Hey y'all, what's up? This is Jesse Bose from the 19th hole, and today we're going to talk about the new upcoming Football Fever tournament. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the different holes that you are going to see during the tournament and how you may want to approach them from the rookie and the pro divisions standpoint. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each hole and give you the different routes and suggested club and ball usages for these holes and the different ways you can play each shot. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to talk about the three courses that this tournament is comprised of. We've got Vineyard Acres, Sakura Hills, and Santa Ventura. Basically what they did was they took three holes from each of those courses to form what we have here, the Football Fever tournament. These courses are playable on tours 3 and 8 for the Asia Pacific, and that'll get you playing holes 3, 5, and 6. And then West Coast Pro, which is Tour 7, will let you play the rest of the holes from the Pro tees. So only the rookies can only practice really from 3, 5, and 6, but Pro/Expert can practice from the second tee on all the holes. And Masters third tee does not have a chance to practice for this tournament. So what we're going to do, we're going to move on to hole number 1. Here we go, hole number 1. And this is a fun little hole right here, par 4. So it's right here, hole 1, par 4. Alright, so it probably won't stay up there long, but it will at first. Basically what you want to do on this hole is if you're playing it from the rookie tee, which is right here, you're probably want to be approaching this hole with either an extra mile, a rock, quarterback, or a Thor. You have a wide variety of drivers to use, and that is because you have different ways you can play this hole off the tee box. The most common way that you'll see most people play this hole off the tee box is to run your drive right up along this right hand side, bounce it somewhere about in that shadow, and what you want to do is you want to have top spin and some right spin, because this hill is sloped downward like that. Okay, so anything your ball hits on this slope is going to kind of bounce off to the left like that. So that right hand spin will help kind of keep your ball up this way, and hopefully you can land your shot somewhere in there with top spin and right spin. And what you're going to want to do ball wise from the rookie is either a quasar ball, or if you do have them, a Titan ball. The Titan ball will allow you the possibility to take more than 1 second shot to the hole. So if you don't have a Titan ball and you have a quasar, you're okay. You still have a chance to get to the hole on your second shot, but with a Titan ball, it does increase your chances because it does open up one more pathway to the hole. As far as your woods go for your second shot, I would suggest either your Viper, a Big Dog, or if you have a level 4 plus Guardian, you can go with your Guardian. The only other way off this tee box is not a way that probably a lot of rookies will want to use, but probably pros will use it, will be the power curl shot, where you're going to bring your ball out here, bounce it right around in here, and then shoot up to this zone right here. What that does is with the power extra curl, it allows that ball to hit the side of the hill and bounce a little bit farther to the right than just a normal straight shot will do. Hopefully I do plan to release a video specific to this hole at some point at the beginning of the week next week, and I will teach you how to make this shot using the power curl. So keep your eye out for that one. It will be released kind of like I released the one for the last tournament as well. For your second shot as a rookie from this zone right in here, you can either go to the right side, which would entail a shot like this, or you can go straight, which would be a shot like that. If you go straight, you will be bumping your shot off the fairway in front of the hole, and it will take a very high arcing jump, and hopefully you do have enough backspin to keep the ball on the green, or even maybe run it over towards the hole. If you are going to play it from the right side, you will need to use left curl, left spin, and probably at least 3 to 4 in backspin to run it back towards the hole. The slope right here that I just circled is fairly steep, so if you do run your ball onto that slope, your ball will filter back down towards the hole for either a putt or an easy chip. Alright. Let's see here. If you are playing this shot from the pro, off the tee box is basically the same for the pro. But for the second shot for the pro, you do have an option, if you're in this zone right here, to run your Guardian right up on here. What you're going to do is you're going to hop it right there. You're going to roll it up onto that hill and then spin it back to the hole. That is definitely an option once you do hit the pro. For that shot right there, I would probably definitely suggest you have a Titan ball in. I don't know if the Quasar will be enough to get that there power-wise, but I do know for sure that a Titan will definitely get you to that shot if that's a shot you do decide to use. If not, you can go with the left bump off the fairway or the right shot along the right side of the fairway as well. So you have 3 different options in the pro to approach that pin on your second shot. Alright, so moving right along to our next hole here, we have hole number 2. And par 3. For the rookies, I would suggest probably your Viper or Big Dog, and for the pro, you're going to be looking at Sniper or Guardian for this shot. Ball-wise, rookies, you can get away with a Navigator ball. If you have a Titan or a Kingmaker that you want to use, those are possibilities. I probably would not waste one of those in rookie on this shot, but if you are in the pro, you may want to consider using that Kingmaker to kill the wind a little bit, and also or a Titan ball. One of those 2 balls may help you out a little bit in the pro. So what you're going to be doing right here is, this is a pretty straightforward shot no matter what tee box you're coming from, first or the second. You're going to be laying your ball in this zone right here. And the trick is to this shot is to use your side spin just to a point where you straighten out your shot. And as far as backspin goes, you want to use as little backspin as possible. This whole area on the front of the green is all kinds of different slopes, so it gets real tough when your ball hits that area up there to maintain control of where your ball goes, left or right. Your best chance at the ace, which is a very small chance on this hole, is jumping it from the beginning front edge of this fairway section, where your ball can still somewhat have a somewhat straight bounce towards the hole. So side spin to straighten out your ball guide, and as little backspin as possible. You do want to use a little bit though to stop your ball, at least at the hole, and not go through the green into the rough. That's hole number 2. Moving on to hole number 3, and this is a fun one. This is an Albatross chance. For the rookies, I would suggest either Extra Mile or a Thor. You can possibly use your quarterback if you do want to go to the left side and play it safe. But if you want to go right, you do need a driver with some top spin. For the pro, you definitely want a driver with top spin, Extra Mile, or Thor. I guess even if you have Apocalypse, you can use your Apocalypse if you do have that in the pro. For your ball, I would say in the rookie, if you decide to go to the left side, you can go with a Navigator, but if you do decide to go to the right side of the trees, Quasar or a Titan ball would be suggested. For the Pro Series, definitely saying at least a Titan ball, possibly even a Kingmaker if you have them in stock, but definitely a Titan ball. For your second shot with the woods on the rookie, I would suggest either your big dog or viper. If you do have a sniper, at least 4+, you could possibly use that for your second shot from the right side. But if you don't, using the big dog is definitely probably your option, or the viper. In the Pro Series, definitely your sniper or your guardian. I guess you could still even use the big dog if you wanted to. So what we got here is, if you're going to go to the left side, your ball is going to be bouncing right about in here and hopping into this zone right here, no matter which tee box you go with. If you do go to the right side, you're going to be bouncing your ball in this right here, laying it up here, and rolling into this zone right here, no matter which way you go. Okay, so the paths for the pro and the rookie are basically the same, and even the second shot is the same as well. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to zoom this in a little bit for a little bit better view. Let's see, there we go. So for the rookie and the pro, if you're in this zone right here or this zone right here, your shot this way is either going to require a little bit of left curl to get to the green, but your shot from over here is going to be a straight on shot with just a hop over the water. I would say the right hand side shot is your best chance at the Albatross. What you want to do is either skip your shot over with the Viper, or you could possibly use your big dog and go with the rough bump in this area of rough right there. The only issue with that is you're not going to have that great of a ball guide with your big dog, so it will be difficult. Definitely do not put too much topspin on that shot because you do not want to roll through the green. Good news is if you do, you're still on the fairway on the other side of the green. But if you're going to use your Viper, you can go at that shot with some backspin and try to put that one in the hole for the Albatross. If you're playing in the Pro Series, I would suggest this right side with your sniper. What you can do is either bounce it, or even better, take the rough bump with that nice ball guide that the sniper gives you. You can do the same thing with the Guardian, or you could even possibly try to land it onto the green with full backspin to just stop it at the pin. Possible Albatross, but most likely your Albatross chances go way down using the Guardian, but still a very viable option if that's what you have to use. There is always the option to go to the left this way and play for the safer shot, but in my opinion that is really taking you out of the running for the Albatross for sure, and then also makes the Eagle difficult as well. So I don't see any reason to go left. I think going as far as your second shot, there's no reason to do anything but go either the rough bump or the little bounce over the stream. Let's see if I see anything else here. If you are taking this shot right here in the rookie, you are going to be looking at a 3 to 4 bars of backspin and a left curl. If you're going from the straight right here, 2 to 3 bars of backspin, and it won't be any curl, just be a straight on shot. Alright, so moving on to hole number 4. Alright, hole number 4. And this is a par 5, so we have back-to-back par 5s. Off the tee box in the rookie, you can use a lot of different clubs. You can go with the extra mile, or you can go with the quarterback. If you have a low-level Thor, you can go with the low-level Thor. Not sure about the big topper. I have that one with a question mark. I haven't tried it out yet, but if I can make the shot with the quarterback, then possibly make the shot with the big topper as well. I know it works with the quarterback. And for the pro, I would suggest either the extra mile or the Thor, at least 3+. Low-level Apocalypse, if you have that, work as well. For the rookie second club, I would suggest either a Backbone or a Saturn. And we are going with the, hopefully with a little rough bump at the front of the green for the possible Albatross chance. And for the Pro, Saturn or Goliath, if you go with the Saturn, you're definitely going to make sure to take a little bit better of a ball to make sure you do have the distance to get to the hole. With the Goliath, you should have the extra distance and be fine. I would suggest either the Quasar, Katana, or a Kingmaker for the Pro, and either a Quasar or Titan in the Rookie. I don't know if I said that or not yet. So, what can we do as far as taking the shot? Of course, you always have that shot where you're taking your drive up here, landing it in this zone right here, and with top spin and right spin, you bounce it over to this zone right here. You really got to make sure you play and judge the wind correctly to make sure to add rings for your wind adjustment on that shot right there. You know, you do want to make sure you get your ball over this rough line right here, and you want to make sure you don't go too far and bounce it into the rough up there on the drive. Okay. The other option for the drive is the power shot, power curl shot, where you do take your shot out here, land it there, and bounce it straight over. And it would be the same exact shot for the Pro, except just a little bit different of a club. On the Rookie, I know it works really well with the quarterback. If you line the right edge of your ball guide up in this zone right here, adjust for the wind, and then you're going to move your ball guide over basically 3 complete circles, so basically 30 rings for the quarterback, and you know, you got to use your full amount of curl on that shot, so you will need to use probably either a tablet or landscape mode to make that shot. The adjustment for just using a regular foam curl may differ some and not be the full 30 bars, but you may 30 rings, but you will have to probably make some adjustments as far as your landing zone goes. Hopefully I will come out with a video on this hole as well to make that shot. Alright, so that's what you got to do off the tee box. So now we're getting in here to the second shot. Okay, so hopefully you're sitting somewhere in this zone right here. That's where you're going to be sitting for your second shot. The rough bump, you're going to be taking your shot to about right here. Okay, somewhere right in there, and you are going to be using, I like to go with 1 bar of top spin, 1 bar of right spin, and then I move my ball guide to adjust to the hole. And I usually do like to aim to the right side of this hole on the shot, because there used to be a little small kind of hill right in front of the hole that would make your ball go to the left. Will that be there or not when we play this tournament? I do not know. Will they add a new twist to the green? I do not know. We'll just kind of have to wait and play that one by ear. But that rough bump is definitely probably the way to go on this hole. Other ways you can play the hole is you can play it to the back of the green with some backspin to spin it back to the hole. You can also play it you know, up here and spin it that way to the hole. But your rough bump and your spin from the back part of the green are probably your best 2 options to make sure to get the eagle on this hole. You do want to make sure with the rough bump that you are adjusting correctly for the wind, because you do not want to make short shot and stay in the rough. Alright. If you do take that shot to the back part of the green, don't use too much spin. It is possible to spin it back off the green and back into the rough. So it is a fairly steep slope from the back of the green to the hole, so it doesn't need a whole lot. It won't require really a whole lot of spin to make that shot happen. Alright, so I'm going to be right back, and then we will do the rest of our holes, starting on hole number 5. Alright, y'all, we're going to move on to hole number 5 now, par 3. And for the rookies, I would suggest probably either using your Saturn or Backbone with a Quasar or Navigator if you're going to try to do the rough bump. Probably Quasar or a Titan ball if you're going to try to do either landing on the green with a Saturn, which may be kind of iffy. You definitely need to use at least a Titan to try that if you have a good enough Saturn, or if you try to land your shot on the rough to the left side of the bunker. So either you're looking at shots right here, either landing it on the green or going for the rough bump right there at the edge of the fringe. For that rough bump shot, I would be looking to use it more if we do find that we have a side wind for this shot. If we have more of a tailwind, it might be a little bit trickier and a little bit more riskier, but the rough bump right here is definitely going to be your best chance at the ace on this hole. If you do want to take the shot from the left side of the bunker, you bump it off that rough, you're going to want to use at least 2 bars of topspin and right spin to filter your ball towards the hole. If you are playing in the pro, I don't believe your options are as plentiful as they are in the rookie. You're either going to be taking your Guardian to the green with max backspin, or possibly taking your shot off this little area of fairway with right spin, so you'll definitely need a good ball for that. Possibly Katana, Kingmaker, Titan ball for these shots in the pro. I don't know that the little rough bump in front of the bunker is going to be there for the pro. It just really depends on the wind that we see, and we might know more about this shot on Monday once we find out what the winds are going to be like. You could possibly still work with the little rough bump right there in the pro. It might just depend on what clubs you have in your bag and the ball that you take. But from past experiences with this hole, I did find that is like right in that area where you start getting in between clubs, so it makes it a little bit tougher. So for the pro, you're either using a Guardian or a Sniper. Okay. All right. Not much to say on that hole. It's just really a tough hole to play. In the rookie, you either go for it with the rough bump, or you play the little bump off the left rough to the left side of the bunker with right spin and possibly get it that way. In the pro, you play the shot straight to the green with the Guardian, or you play the shot right here with right spin and maybe even a little bit of right curl on that shot as well. So moving on to the next hole, hole number 6, and this is a par 4. Pretty straightforward hole. Off the tee box for the rookie and the pro are going to be the same. Bouncing it there, trying to get the shot up into that zone right there. Extra mile, Thor quarterback for a rookie. Extra mile or Thor Apocalypse for the pro. Now, as far as balls go for the rookie, you can get away with just using a Quasar ball. I wouldn't suggest using any of your better balls in the rookie. For the pro, though, maybe a Titan or possibly even a Katana ball if you do want to use your Sniper with the curl shot with the Sniper. So anyways, your second shot, which is going to be in the rookie with the Big Dog or your Sniper, if you have one, your Viper can use that. You can use your Guardian. Your shot is either going to be the rough bump, which is right here. Okay, rough bump. That's a pretty good shot to take, especially if we have a side wind for our second shot. Or you can take the shot here, where you bounce it right here with some right spin and curl. Take it to the hole that way. That'll definitely be an option. Your rough bump's probably going to be your best chance at getting the eagle on this hole. You could maybe get lucky with that curl shot and put one in the hole, but your rough bump is going to be your best chance for your eagle. When I'm aiming that shot, that left shot, I do not aim the edge of my ball guide too much farther past the edge of the fringe than that right there. And just kind of do the best you can do and aim it towards the hole. Maybe you get lucky and get the roll. For the pro, you're either going to be playing the left curl shot probably. Let's see. You're either going to be playing the left curl shot where you dump it here to the green, or you're going to be playing straight onto the green with your guardian and trying to backspin it back into the hole. And I would say that the rough bump for the pro is probably going to be even tougher than the rookie, just depending on the kind of wind we get. Possibly, if we get a decent wind, you can use a ball that will knock down the wind like the Kingmaker, and it may be possible still with like your sniper, but it's not something I would count on. Something we'll have to find out once we get to Monday and see what kind of wind we have. So that's hole number 6. Hole number 7. Par 3. For the rookies, I would suggest either you're going to be using a long iron, so either the backbone or your Saturn. Probably the backbone on this hole, I would say. In my opinion, I like to play it with the straight shot where I land it right there in front of the bunker. You got to kind of play around a little bit with the positioning to get that shot where you have a good arc of the shot to where it's not like straightened out. You don't want a flat shot coming off that hill because you will possibly hit the fringe glitch and roll through the green. But I think that's one of the best chances of getting the ace on this hole. Not to say you can't get the ace going this way or this way. Definitely possible. If you're going to play your shot from the right side on rookie, you're looking at 1-2 bars of right spin to counteract the right to left slope of the hill, and 3 to 5 bars of backspin. I do not know that left shot is there. It may be there, depending on the ball you use with like your sniper or something, maybe your Viper. If you do, you're going to want to use 3 to 4 bars of right spin, plus whatever backspin you need for the shot. You kind of have to judge that one out when you start lining up the shot. I would suggest if you want to go to the right side or straight, just go ahead and use the navigator. If you're going to go to the left side, make sure to use the quasar to give yourself a little bit of spin. In the pro, you are going to be using either your sniper or your guardian, and all 3 of those options are available. It really comes down to which path you feel most comfortable with using. I've heard some people say they would never use the middle path. I hear some people say that's all they use is the middle path. So it's kind of like hit or miss. Just depends on what your flavor is for this hole. If you like playing the right side, play the right side. Maybe you want to experiment with all 3 and then make a decision which one feels best for you. All right. So hole number 8, par 4. All right. So for the rookies, we're looking at the extra mile, the Thor, quarterback, or the rock. Depending on the winds that we get from the rookie position, you can play your ball off that spot right there. You can play it off here, over to here. You could even lay it up right there if you want. I mean, lots of different options. I personally would recommend going to the right side, playing that shot to the right. I used my rock last tournament, so you can use your quarterback as well. The reason I use those clubs is for the ball guide and accuracy. If you are going to go with those clubs, I would definitely recommend probably at least a Titan ball. If you do want to go left, you can use a quasar or a navigator. And you could probably still go to the right with a quasar or a navigator. You might just have to overpower your shot some. or take an extra mile with you for that right-hand sided shot. If you are playing the left shot, you are trying to land it here with some left spin and left curl. Don't use too much topspin because you are wanting to stop your shot up there before you get into those bunkers. You can get a little bit riskier, try to land it in here and cut through over there, but when you do that, you do run the risk of going into these bunkers or getting stuck up right in there in that rough. So, alright, let's see, what else do we got here? If you do lay up short like right here, definitely make sure to take your big dog with you because you will need a long wood to make that shot right there. And if you're going up here, your shot is going to be along the left side with some right curl and trying to run it up onto that green. You definitely want to take a wood club with some distance. Probably your big dog would be my suggestion. If you do take the right shot from here you have a nice little long iron shot to the pin. Most of the time you're going to be bouncing it here and over that ridge. Don't use too much topspin, but make sure not to use too much backspin either. I would use either no to 1 bar of backspin to 1 bar of topspin, somewhere right in there. Find out which one looks the best to you. What else do we got here? If you're playing in the pro, definitely Titan ball or Kingmaker ball. If you're going to go right, you can use your Quasar ball if you go left in the pro. And for pro, taking my Sniper or my, you can take your Cataclysm if you have a Cataclysm. Upper level Guardian would also work. Possibly an upper level Hammerhead would work. But you definitely need to make sure you do take a club with a little bit of distance. So if you do take a Sniper, it probably needs to be an upper level Sniper for that hole. So let's look at this again. Our choices are going this way. Let's try that again. There, bounce, roll. Okay, so you got that. You got this way, bounce, roll, and there. You can get a little riskier with this one right here. Bounce it, roll it up to there, and those are your options off the tee, pretty much. Or you can play it. You can play it short. You can play it short right there. And you do have a chance to make that second shot with the big dog to the green still. That's definitely an option. But anyways, lots of different options, and this will be a tough hole. You will see some people have issues with this hole, and a lot of it again depends on the wind that we see when we start our round. Find the last and final hole. There we are. Hole number 9. And it's the par 5. So we end it with the par 5. Okay. This one right here for the rookies, I would suggest an extra mile or a quarterback. You can use a quarterback on this hole. And for your wood, you need a big dog and a Quasar ball. This is what I would suggest: a Quasar ball. If you have a Titan, if you have Kingmakers and you want to use them, you can use them. But really, all you need is a Quasar on this hole. For the pro, you need extra mile. You can use your Thor. Some people have told me they used their quarterbacks, but I would definitely recommend at least an extra mile or a level 3 plus Thor. For your second shot, you gotta need a big dog, or you can possibly use your Guardian, depending on how far you can get your shot up the fairway. If you are going to go with the Guardian, I would definitely recommend Kingmaker ball. Okay, so your options off the tee box are to land it here and curl it that way. Okay. You definitely want to make sure when you're lining your shot up that you very carefully do so, because if you do not line your shot up correctly, you can line your shot up over here off the edge of that fairway, and if your ball looks like it's going to hit the tree, that's okay, because when you do use your curl, it will curl your ball around those trees and you'll be safe. The other option on this hole, especially this is if you're in the pro, is you can take your shot over these trees, land it in here with backspin and left spin, and get it right there. That gives you a really nice shot to the green definitely can use your Guardian from there if you make that shot. But let's see if we can zoom in right here. Okay, so our landing zone is right here. That's where we want to land it. We want to bring it up that way. Okay, your shot's going to come in around like that and hit. Okay, so when you're lining your shot up, line your shot up. Let's just say our wind's blowing this way at 4 miles per hour. Okay. Okay. That's the ring. That's our rings right there. Okay. So we know that most of the time with your extra mile, you're judging about 2 miles per hour per ring. So what you want to do is you want to line the edge of your second ring right there along this rough. Okay. So that your ball, when it hits, pushes out to the fairway. Okay. A little bit confusing, I'm sure, but you know, if you want your shot to land here and we've got a wind blowing this way 4 miles per hour, you want to aim your shot about right here so that by the time it gets there, it lands right there. Okay, so even when you're aiming your shot, your ball guide is going to show like you're hitting the trees, but by the time your ball moves up to this position and you add that extra curl in, you're going to be fine. Hopefully I didn't confuse anybody with that right there, but that's how the shot works, and it's very important that you do line up your shot correctly for the wind on this hole, especially in the rookie, and definitely in the pro as well if you take that shot. If you line it up like, if you're to line it up right here, okay, and you got wind blowing this way at 6 miles an hour, you know, that's going to push your ball up to about there. So you're going to hit the rough probably and only end up about right here, and then you're really in some trouble. So lining that shot up properly on the tee box is key to this hole. If you don't do it correctly, you're not going to get the eagle, and you may struggle to get the birdie. Let's just say you do mess up your drive and you do only get to about here. At that point, I don't know that I'd suggest going for the shot over here. At that point, I might just lay it up over here and try for the chip-in eagle. And that's also a possibility if you do not feel comfortable with going right with your second shot, because your second shot is, you know, from this zone going to have to come over this way with probably some curl and hit here. And you will be using some right spin and backspin to try to hit the edge of this fringe, roll it up onto the green and back to the hole. So it is a difficult shot, the second shot. I would say the second shot is more difficult than the first shot. If you feel like that's kind of too much for you, definitely play the safe shot up in here and try to chip it in for the eagle. That would be my suggestion. So, anyways, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video of the football tournament preview, and this was a rookie and pro combination, you know. And hopefully all that information for both sides didn't confuse you too much. Hopefully you are able to decipher what's for the rookie and what's for the pro. This is the first time doing this, so definitely message me on Facebook. Add me with this name right here. Send me a message. Okay, let me know what I need to do differently. Trying to reach out to not just the rookies, but also the pro, because a lot of people that watch me in rookie are now playing in the pro and also would like the help and tips. So, anyways, until next time, this has been Jesse Bose of the 19th Hole, and happy golfing. God bless.